What's going on YouTube? Super Insane 18 here, and we are coming in with another episode of Road to Ranked for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Let's go ahead and just jump into the team recap. We have a Prankster Whimsicott holding the Focus Sash, running Tailwind, Helping Hand, Beat Up, and Moonblast. This is to pair with our Virizion holding the Life Orb. It is justified, running Protect, Close Combat, Leaf Blade, and Bounce. We have a Guerrilla Tactics Choice Scarf Darmanitan, running Flare Blitz, Brick Break, Icicle Crash, and Rock Slide. We have a Intimidate Salamence with the Safety Goggles, running Protect, Heat Wave, Hurricane, and Draco Meteor. The Rotom-Heat with a Citrus Berry, rocking Overheat, Thunderbolt, Will-O-Wisp, and Protect. And finally, our Silk Scarf Porygon-Z with Hyper Beam, Thunderbolt, Dark Pulse, and Protect. Let's go ahead and jump on into the first battle. Okay, my opponent has a pretty standard Trick Room team. Can I just take out the Dusclops before he Trick Rooms? No, but I could try to flinch it. I definitely want to bring the Rotom here. And then I think I want the Virizion in the back. No, Virizion's weak to a lot of things on his team. Let's bring the Porygon in the back. So the idea here is that he leads something along the lines of, what's it called? Of Glastrier Dusclops, and I go Helping Hand Rock Slide. Ideally, that's the game plan here, but who knows? He could maybe like max the Glastrier and Steel Spike into their Darmanitan, which could be pretty bad, especially if it's weakness policy'd. Okay, so the lead is what I thought. So what I'm assuming is going to happen here is he's either going to Protect or Max Guard. I'm gonna have to risk that he might take out my Darmanitan here. But let's go Helping Hand and Rock Slide. The ideal situation is that we flinch the Dusclops, because this isn't going to take it out. Dusclops is a monstrous tank. Taking a while to think. Maybe he's scared that I'm gonna, like, max Flare into the, Ooh, okay. Interesting. Definitely interesting. So he wants the Intimidate, which I guess that's okay. If this were the Zen mode one that we were running, we would get the speed boost here, which would be funny. He doesn't max or Protect, though. Which one avoided? That's a little unfortunate. The Incineroar avoided. That is a weakness policy Glastrier, though. Gonna go for the high horsepower. And it takes us out. Okay, now we might be in trouble. Let's go ahead and go into Rotom. And here, I think we're pretty much forced to max. Because he's going to Fake Out, and if he's going to Fake Out something, it's probably going to be the Rotom. He could always Fake Out the Whimsicott, but I don't think he's worried that much about the Whimsicott. I think he's more worried about losing his horse. Especially because the horse is now +3. Okay, withdrawing a +3 horse? Definitely confused as to what my opponent's game plan is. This should still do some decent damage. Probably gonna like parting shot the Rotom or something. Okay, so he did go for the fake out on the Rotom. Helping Hand Flare, can we do a good amount of damage to this thing? Okay, that's actually really good. I think we just do that again, honestly. We might not even need the Helping Hand because the sun is up. So let's go ahead and set up our Tailwind. And just flare into this. Okay, interesting. So he didn't switch out. I think that means that the Dusclops goes down here. Okay. And this might be either a Parting Shot or like a Flare Blitz, maybe into the Whimsicott slot. Okay, so he did Parting Shot, which I'm okay with. I think my opponent threw the game by not keeping his horse in. Like, why would you switch out a +3 horse? Granted, you probably would have gone down to the max flare anyway, but then you lose your Dusclops without it doing anything. Like, you could have at the very bare minimum gotten a safe switch in, and if you got the safe switch in, then you could have, like, I don't know, you could have set up the Trick Room because you would have lived the first flare. I don't know, it feels like a very bad move on my opponent's part, honestly. So, now if he sends out horse, the question is, do I get rid of the horse or do I get rid of the Finny? Okay, so he doesn't send out the horse, so I can just Helping Hand and then, like, Thunder here, or max Lightning, right? Because Helping Hand goes before Fake Out. And we are -1, and Finny's pretty bulky, but we can get rid of the Psychic Terrain. Or not the Psychic Terrain, the Misty Terrain. Let's see here. Okay, so we get the Helping Hand. And he doesn't max. Why is my opponent holding his max so long? That's the part that's just baffling to me. Ooh, so close. So close. What's my opponent gonna do here? Man, that was something. Okay, so he's gonna Calm Mind. So the Calm Mind kind of sucks. I still think a Helping Hand Thunderbolt takes it out. Unless now he's gonna max, now that he's got the Calm Mind up. Which, I mean, okay. So we just Helping Hand Thunderbolt here, right? Okay, so he does max. Is a -1 against a +1 special defense. Helping Hand Thunderbolt in electric terrain. Good enough to finish off the Finny. Because we really need it to be good enough to finish off the Finny. Man, that lightning missed it by like, what, 2 HP? Is it enough? It is not enough. That's rough. Okay, we should, in theory, live this because the sun is up. I mean, it's +1, so... Okay, we do live it because of the sun. I'm guessing the Incineroar is going to Parting Shot again. Okay, no, he goes for the Flare Blitz. Into the Whimsicott, probably. Whimsicott lives because he sets up the rain, which is kind of funny. And we still have Tailwind, right? Okay, this is our last turn of Tailwind. So, to me... I think... Do we Moonblast, or do we just Helping Hand again? I think we Moonblast and Thunderbolt. That's what feels good to me. If he guards here, it's a little unfortunate. Okay, he doesn't guard. That doesn't take out, but the Thunderbolt should. Okay, so Finny's gone. He pretty much wasted his Dynamax, if you ask me. I don't know why he held it for so long. As soon as that Force was +3, I would have maxed it. So Flare Blitz is going to take out our Whimsicott. And then now we have Porygon here. Pretty much, I think I have to land the Will-O-Wisp on Horse, right? Because I'm going to have to Hyper Beam. Or do I just Hyper Beam now? Is there anything the Incineroar can do? Okay, this is the game-making play here. Do I Hyper Beam the Incin and bank on a Will-O-Wisp on the Horse? Let's do that. This might be a bad move. This could be a very bad move. But I feel like this is what needs to happen. I have to land this Will-O-Wisp, though. If I don't land this Will-O-Wisp, then pretty bad news. I love the animation for Hyper Beam in this gen. Okay, so Incineroar's gone. Now, let's land this Will-O-Wisp. No! Okay, so it went for the Icicle Crash. Okay, that is definitely something. We get another chance at this Will-O-Wisp. Ah, miss for a miss. What is with my hair right now? Okay. Wow. So, my opponent is probably pretty mad right now. We land this Will-O-Wisp, so we will live the Icicle Crash. And then we can just Hyper Beam it into another world on the next turn. Interesting that he did that into the Rotom. Okay. So I guess here we're pretty safe to just Hyper Beam and Overheat. Okay, my opponent forfeits. What a battle. I was terrified of the Trick Room with the Glacier there. My opponent played that entirely wrong, if you ask me. Let's go ahead and go into the next battle. So this is most definitely going to be a colossal Dragapult lead. This team actually looks pretty good, because the Dragapult probably has both Surf and Beat Up. So it can either Surf into the Colossal or Beat Up on that Cobalion. The question is, what do I do? Does Scarf Darmanitan outspeed? Well, there's actually one way I can guarantee that I outspeed. I can just Tailwind. So let's lead that. Then, based on the rest of his team, I think we definitely want the Salamence in, and then the Virizion also feels good, because if that's a Dark Urshifu, we get an attack boost. If it's a Water Urshifu, we have the Grass. But man, what do I do? Do I just Rockfall into the Colossal? Or do I try to take out the... So now, if he leads what I'm expecting him to lead, which is the Dragapult Colossal, I just max Rockfall the Colossal, right? That's the play there. Because, like, I could take out the Dragapult, but then he takes me out. Okay. Yeah, let's Tailwind here. Man, this is rough. I think we just Rockfall into the Colossal. Because, like, even if we don't kill it, Surf will do a decent amount of damage. Actually, Surf will do... So if we don't kill it here, Surf will do less damage than normal because I'm setting up the Sandstorm, and Rock Pokemon get a special defense boost when the sand is up. So Rockfall might not have been the play. But I feel like Knuckle wouldn't kill or put in range of Surf. And I feel like if I took out the Dragapult instead, that I would still just lose, because then he would either Vocalith or Flare into my Darmanitan and take me out, because he doesn't need the weakness policy to take out Darmanitan. Darmanitan isn't really that tanky. So, let's see. We get the Tailwind up. That should make Darmanitan at the very least faster than Dragapult. We get the Rockfall off. That does nothing. Why is that so bulky? Wow, okay. Now we're definitely in trouble. I'm gonna... Oh, he Will-O-Wisped. Okay, I don't know why he would Will-O-Wisp if he's gonna Vocalith. Feels like a wasted turn where he could have gotten off his Steam Engine. Is there anything we can do to handle this Colossal? Helping Hand Close Combat is our next best bet, honestly. And I still don't think that's enough. Yeah, I definitely need to damage calc that Rockfall onto Colossal. Like, is it a full bulk Colossal and he's just relying on the Steam Engine for his speed? Because, like, even then, there are still things that can outspeed a +6 Colossal with no investment. Let's hope that the Dragapult doesn't do anything like Ally Switch here. Okay, can I... Okay, okay. I feel a little bit better about that. Let's see what the Dragapult's gonna do, though. He could go for, like, another Will-O-Wisp, which if he does, that kinda sucks. But we got the Colossal out of the way. Okay, perfect. So he went for Surf. Okay, so I'm feeling at least decent about that now. Okay, so what is he gonna bring out? And do we just Moonblast into the Dragapult this turn? Because our Whimsicott's definitely on a timer here. We're both out our max, so I feel okay. Okay. So, I think I just beat up close combat into this thing, right? That's the play. I beat up close combat. It'll be +3. Life Orb damage. We're still definitely faster because our Tailwind is up. Oh, okay, so he withdrew the Cobalion. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, can a +3 close combat take out a Gastrodon? Gastrodon's pretty bulky. He might try to take out the Whimsicott here to get rid of the Tailwind, because once the Tailwind's gone, the Dragapult actually does become a threat. Okay, so we do take that out. And does he do something stupid like Surf again to try and give bonus damage? Okay, he went for the Will-O-Wisp, which... Okay, that does kind of suck. But if we beat up again in close combat, I still think we take out the Cobalion. I wasn't paying attention to the beat up damage. I really hope that it doesn't do 28 HP here. Because that would be something else. Yeah, honestly, like, this is just the play. Okay, and it is a safety goggles Dragapult. I just realized that it's not taking rock damage, so we don't have to worry about a Focus Sash when it inevitably comes time to deal with it. Okay, and it isn't Protect. So I think Cobalion goes down here. I definitely... Okay, so... There we go. Perfect. So now all we have to worry about is this Dragapult, and if I remember correctly, we have the Salamence in the back. So a Draco Meteor should be more than enough to handle this thing. Goes for Breaking Swipe, which definitely an interesting choice. Whimsicott, does it go down to the rocks and the Sandstorm? I think it does. Ooh, okay, so we do just slightly live. And I think we just set up another Tailwind here, and Draco Meteor. Tailwind Draco Meteor should seal the game. So let's go ahead, we'll Tailwind, we will Draco Meteor, and I feel good about that. The fact that I didn't KO the Colossal was a little frightening at the start, but we pulled it together, so can't complain there. This should be a dead Dragapult. I don't see it winning this. Perfect, and that seals our second game. Let's go ahead and jump into the final game here. Okay, so it looks like it is another Trick Room team. what to do. I'm honestly not sure what the lead is going to be. If I had to guess, it'd be something like Grimmsnarl Porygon. Which makes me want to lead that. I feel like we have to bring our own Porygon here. And it's super tempting to bring the Darmanitan. Yeah, let's go with the Darmanitan. So, best case scenario for me is that he leads Grimmsnarl and Porygon, and he doesn't have Fake Out on the Grimmsnarl. Because if I can beat up on my Virizion in close combat, he can't set up his Trick Room. Even if he sets up a Reflect, I'm pretty sure that a +4 close combat Life Orb will kill a Porygon-Z. Okay, so the lead is exactly what I expected. Now, what we're hoping here is that he doesn't have Fake Out. As long as he doesn't have Fake Out, I feel good. And I don't even want to max here. Close combat does more damage. So my ideal turn is Reflect Trick Room for my opponent. Okay. So let's see if I'm right that a +4 Life Orb Stab Close Combat can KO an Eviolite Porygon-Z through Reflect. Because if I'm right, then that's incredible. Honestly, it's a long shot. Porygon-Z is very tanky, especially the fact that Eviolite is just an unfair item. But let's see. Let's see if this can get the KO. Okay, there we go. Yeah, no Trick Room. Okay. So now I'm pretty much free to do whatever I want. I set up my Tailwind on the next turn. I max and just go off onto whatever he brings in. Alright, he brings in the Kartana. Man, I don't even want to max. What do I have in the back? Is there a better max target in the back? The Porygon is a pretty good max target. Man, okay. Can a close combat? You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's say that we're going to max our Porygon in the back. I think he maxes the Kartana here. We should outspeed with the Tailwind. Can a +4 close combat take out a max Kartana behind Reflect? It is possible that my opponent goes for like a Thunder Wave or something, which could be a little scary. Especially if the Kartana has Aerial Ace, then he's going to max Airstream into my Virizion, and big oof on me, but we'll see. So we Tailwind. Do we see a Thunder Wave? We don't see a Thunder Wave. And there we go. We get the Kartana too. Man, so he didn't use anything priority. That means that he's about to Spirit Break into my Virizion here, right? Okay, so Spirit Break into the Virizion. It does take us out. I don't even care. We got rid of my opponent's max. He did literally nothing with it. We got our max still perfectly ready to go. Man, okay, so I think we just max strike whatever he brings in. Yeah, the Tapu Fini, we just max strike this. We do have Thunderbolt, but stab doesn't matter when you have adaptability. Unless it's like a 4 times effective move, then you definitely want to. But because it's adaptability, the stab on the Hyper Beam will be much, much better. Max Strike, not Hyper Beam. And this should seal the game here. It is Silk Scarf as well, so we do have the bonus damage for normal moves. So he sets up the light screen. I don't think that matters. Like, we might not KO here with the max strike. But what is this Tapu Fini really gonna do to us? Yeah, okay, we're fine. We are fine. Go ahead and do whatever you want, Tapu Fini. Set up a Calm Mind, Muddy Water me. I don't care. Man, that Virizion at the start of this game was hype. I always max it, and like, yeah, it's cool to max it. You take less beat-up damage and like whatever, but I mean, close combat does more than max Knuckle. Yeah, let's just Moonblast and strike again. Like, there's no reason to do anything else. Tapu Fini goes for a Protect, whatever. We got a crit. Oh, man, oh, man. Bad-mannered. Critting in a game we were gonna win anyway. So, doesn't do much because he protected. But yeah, there you guys have it. The beat-up Virizion team. Let's just Helping Hand. Let Porygon seal the game. Let him do his thing. Go ahead and get double protect. Whatever. What is my opponent doing? There's not much you can do, guy. Just press a button. Okay, there we go. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the rental team. I will get that on the screen here in just a moment. But, yeah, there you have it. Feel really good about that one. Let's take a look at the team. Alright guys, and here is the rental code for that team that I just played. Make sure you grab it while you can, because in a few weeks it will be cycled out once we have new teams to take its place. But there you guys have it. If you liked it, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well so you get notified of my uploads, and I will see you next time.